I think you might need it for because some questions will be asked in a language you don't know.
Herzlich willkommen.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the press conference for the film Coriolanus, which we just saw. I'm very happy and proud to be able to introduce you to a rather large crowd here on the panel today. As always, let's start from your left to right. Please give a warm welcome to the screenwriter of Coriolanus, John Logan. The part of Tullus Aufidius was played by Gerard Butler. Virgilia was played by Jessica Chastain. The film was produced, directed, and in the title role, Ralph Fiennes. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the finest, best actresses of our time, Vanessa Redgrave. Rafe, you played Coriolanus on the stage before you did the film, and that was how long ago? 10 years ago?
This was about 10 years ago, yeah.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that experience, how you first encountered this character.
Yes, I played Coriolanus about 10 years ago in London and developed, I suppose, an obsession with the play and with the character of Coriolanus. And I left this production with a very strong instinct that this story of Shakespeare's would make a very strong and contemporary film. And so for some years its idea sat inside my head, and eventually I amassed some images, contemporary images, which followed the story of the play. And I was very lucky to meet John Logan, who responded to this idea. And we, thanks to him, in fact, was an extraordinary screenplay which really reflected, beyond my dreams, the sort of urgent and contemporary story that I had hoped to make.
I've very, very many questions already, so the first one is over there.
Hi, this is Carol Guerrero from W Radio in Colombia, and my question is to Mr. Gerard Butler. How challenging was for you to play this role? Because I remember you, for example, in 300 and some romantic comedies, so this is more drama, more intellectual. And also, what about to have Ralph Fiennes as a director? Thanks.
Yeah, it's definitely something intellectual is always challenging for me. I had done some. You know, the funny thing is, I had actually done my fair share of dramas, independent movies, but they're not the ones that people really remember you for. They're the, you know, people would tend to remember your larger, something like a romantic comedy or a 300. And for me, therefore, it's always a chance to kind of, you know, work a different muscle. It's try something different, and you know, the chance to. I mean, Rafe's one of my heroes, and the chance to work with him. I read the script, and I thought, this is just. I mean, it's such a wonderful script, a great story. It was actually my first job as an actor as well. I played in Coriolanus. I didn't play Coriolanus like Rafe, but I was actually, my first professional engagement was in the play of Coriolanus. So I had a lot of connections. So when Rafe told me his connection with it, I thought it was there was just too much synergy there. So and also working with the man himself was an incredible experience. And that was it. I love the challenge, you know, the thought of, you know, taking on a role like this and standing against Rafe. There's a bit of, okay, come on, bring it on. No, let's go, let's go. But knowing deep down that I'm going to learn a lot. And that was, you know, those moments when you just come outside of yourself and you think, look where I am, look what I'm doing right now. And it's just great to work with that beautiful and evocative dialogue and just be part of that story.
Yes, yeah.
Hello, I'm Sandra from Serbian TV. Congratulations for Brave and the really, really great movie. A question for Gerard. I'm so glad to see you here in Berlin. And the question is, after 300 and this movie, Coriolanus, do you enjoy in roles of tough and masculine man? Isn't it? Am I wrong? And the second one, what impressed you more during the shooting in Serbia? Thank you.
Is that a loaded question? What was the first part? I had a great experience shooting in Serbia. I went back again afterwards, actually. I found the people there so incredibly warm. There's such an energy about Belgrade, and I thought it was a beautiful city to behold. I didn't want to leave. And then what was the first part of the question?
The first part was, do you enjoy in roles of tough and masculine men, having in mind that you have
That's a no-win situation, right? People are either going, you do too many romantic comedies, or they're telling me I only ever play tough heroes. I'm like, well, they're completely distinct and opposite. You know, you have a movie like The Bounty Hunter, or, you know, I had a couple of them come out in a row, and people say, you know, you're too heavy in the romantic comedies. But I try and do everything. So I have that, you know, I have, whether it's a comedy or a drama or some Shakespeare, I've done musicals, animated films. I always want to keep trying something different. But as a man, yeah, it's very interesting to kind of try and climb into the psychology of a heroic masculine character, and each time take it somewhere different.
We have a question over here.